In her remarks, Mrs. Museveni was grateful to God for keeping and watching everybody through the numerous trials and challenges that necessitated lockdowns and restricted full in-person interactions and engagements as it were before the COVID-19 pandemic. The First Lady commended the legislators' unwavering commitment to the service of our country and efforts to ensure that the education and sports sector interventions remain priority in the business of the legislature.
I therefore thank you for your unwavering commitment to the service of our country and for remaining steadfast in your efforts to ensure education and sports sector interventions remain priority in the business of our legislature. Today, we have been afforded yet another opportunity to review the progress of our plans, reconfirm the priorities, and renew our purpose to attainment of goals. I have taken note of the issues arising from the submissions from the committee and find it encouraging that we are all committed to the same cause, pursuing the same ambition for the betterment of education and sports for Uganda.
Mrs. Museveni updated the legislators on progress of the policy and legal reforms in the education sector, including the National Teacher Bill 2023, the TVET Bill 2023, and the amendment of the Universities and Other Tertiary Institutions Act 2001. Honorable Minister reported that the ministry is in the middle of stakeholder consultations on the draft National Teacher Bill 2023. This proposed law seeks to regulate the teaching professional from pre-primary to tertiary education level. Under the National Teacher Policy 2019, the government will no longer admit senior four leavers for teacher training programs in primary teacher colleges. However, assurances were given that senior four leavers still have other pathways they can pursue other than joining PTCs such as the TVET pathway or proceeding to A-level. She, however, pointed out the challenge of inadequate supply of competent instructors to skill the young people in the country, despite government's effort to improve the remuneration of the TVET instructors.
Therefore, I have made it my ambitious goal to see that we transform and widen our pool of competent instructors. For now, we are having exchange programs where our instructors travel to foreign countries, but the most sustainable approach is to have our instructors trained or reoriented from here.
About amending the Universities and Other Tertiary Institutions Act 2001, Mrs. Museveni reported that it is being done comprehensively, and some of the programs include reviewing of the government white paper on education 1992 and the higher education subsector being done by the Education Policy Review Commission. In his remarks, Honorable Twesigye John talked about the achievements so far made by the Committee of Education and Sports during the second session of the 11th Parliament. These include visiting key agencies of the ministry to understand their operations, field visits to Akibua and Buhinga Stadium, and processing various motions for resolutions of Parliament.
We look forward to witnessing the successful implementation of the above goals and objectives of the NRM Manifesto. You allow me to present to you some of these achievements as indicated below. At the start of our session, we visited the key agencies of the Ministry of Education and Sports to understand their operations. We held 2 field activities to Akibua and Buhinga and southwestern Uganda in our oversight role. The outcome is that a report on the Committee on Education and Sports on the mandate of operation of institutions in the education and sports subsector was compiled, and the committee has that report.
He further appreciated the work done by the technical team from the Ministry of Education and always adhering to their callings when in need. Reporting for UBC,